Howdy howdy. This video is about dice control, about setting the dice a certain way, about throwing the dice a certain way, with the idea of rolling more favorable numbers and fewer sevens. If you could do that, you might be able to overcome the house edge, the thing that wrecks betting strategies and money management systems. There are people out there who say you can do it, that they do it all the time, and they can teach you how to do it, for a price, of course. Others say, forget about it. It's a pipe dream. University studies have been done with dice throwing machines, and their findings tend to back up that assessment. I'm not going to take sides on this because it's one of those things that's almost impossible to prove or disprove. What I want to show you first is what kind of results you might get if you were able to control the dice just a little bit. I've rigged my dice simulation software to reduce the number of sevens rolled, or the percentage of sevens rolled, down to 14.82%. The normal percentage of sevens is 16.67%. That's a reduction of only 1.85%. Would that be enough to turn you into a winner? We'll see in a minute. After that, I'll show you the results of my personal research. I rolled the dice 1,800 times on my Vegas dealer table. And I did the best I could. I have no experience as a dice controller, but I did the best I could. And we'll go over the results here after we do the simulation part. So let's get started with that. Okay, here we are in the simulator, where our shooter is betting 12 each, 6 and 8, working all the time, same bet. We're going to start off with a week's worth of play with using the regular dice, not the souped up dice. So let's see what happens here. Okay, the shooter lost 686 for the week. Let's play another week. He lost 618 for this week. One more week here. Lost 554. One more. He won 226. Okay, let's do a fifth week. He lost 1126. So that's the action for like 5 weeks, and you can see this is standard dice, just betting the bets I mentioned at the start. Next, we'll look at a year's worth of play. Let's do that. Clear the screen, and instead of going here, we'll do Y1667. This represents a year's worth of play. Same standard dice. Okay, at the end of the year, I lost $25,822. That's 1 year. Let's try one more year. 29,570 he lost. Third year, he lost 23,670. So you can see the normal dice are not very kind to the 6 and 8 bets, or any other bets for that matter. Okay, next we'll bring in the 14.82% dice, which represents a shooter who's able to reduce the number of sevens he rolls through dice control. So let's see what happens on a weekly basis first. First week, the shooter won $208, and he rolled 15.47% sevens. A little better than normal. Again, pretty good week here now. This is 1 week now. 1 week. He won $2,034. His percentage of sevens was 14.2%. So let's go on here. Third week, he won $1,234. Next week, he won $1,522, and then this week, he won $1,608. I think you're beginning to see a trend here that it works quite a bit better than standard dice, and it's only like 1.85% pure sevens. Okay, let's take a look at a yearly thing now. Let's clear this, do a year here and see what happens. Yeah, pretty good year. he won $44,300, and he averaged 14.93% sevens for the year. Let's try another year. Won 51,114. One for the road, he won 51,860, 14.8% sevens. So I think you can see the difference in normal dice and control dice. Here's a roll in slow motion. Next we're going to look at the results of my 1800 dice rolls. Okay, here's my first tally sheet. This is a hard way set. I rolled 600 rolls. This column here is the number of sevens. Here you have craps in 11. And finally we have the point numbers, point rolls over here. So this first 600 rolls, 18.5% sevens, not too good. Second set, I rolled the 3V set here. 600 rolls, sevens, crap 11, points. I ended up with 17.5% sevens on this little session. Well, this takes about an hour per 200 rolls, so about 3 hours to do this one. My third and final tally sheet was the 3223 set. 600 rolls, 15.16%, a big improvement. Only had 91 sevens rolled there. Now these here I rolled from 2 feet away. These were normal backspin rolls, but these were from 2 feet away, and I used the El Toro style delivery. You try for a flat landing of the dice rather than spinning the dice. Here's the standard delivery with backspin. You give them a little flip as you let them go. With the El Toro, you want no backspin whatsoever. You want the dice to land as flat as possible and minimize chaotic tumbling. Release the dice at the apex of your throw. So, and in this little segment here, I actually got down to 14.89% sevens, which is pretty close to the good spot, the 14.82 that I demonstrated in the simulation. So, but overall, including these, it was 15.16%. Now, for all 1,800 rolls combined, I ended up with 17.05% sevens. And that's a little above average, but nothing really crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. So that's what I got. I ran statistical tests on my results, proportion tests, chi-square tests, all at the 95% confidence level. There was no significant difference between my rolls and the expected percentages. Dice control proponents would probably look at this video and say, I'm a rank beginner and I need a good instructor and a lot more practice. And they might be right. Who knows? I'm just reporting my results. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you next time, hopefully.